Hello, my name is Ben Wood and welcome back to Rocket League. Now today's episode is episode 2 of our series here on the channel of Road to Grand Champ. But before we even go anywhere with this video, so let's get right into it. So today, again, we're playing a couple of games here in today's episode. Now, it's kind of mixed reactions to these kind of games, but I think you'll enjoy them. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these couple of games of Rocket League I have up for you today. Now, of course, we're playing 3v3 like we will most of the time. And yeah, let's actually get right into our first game here and see how we do. So straight into the first game, and before we begin, I actually just want to apologise to you guys if my commentary isn't great. But first of all, Hayden goes to the ball here, and me and Josh kind of stick back. Hayden's brought it forward, and Josh gets a cheeky little hit there, looks like it's going in, and Hayden with the excellent finish there, with a cheeky little twist as he had no boost. That is a brilliant 12-second in goal from Hayden, and this will help us a lot throughout this first game. So the timer is once again counting down, and this time them two go and I stay back just because we always need someone back, as I told you last episode. Now I'm actually rubbish in defence, I've got to practice, but I managed to get a clear ball here, get it away from our half and try and get it into here. Now I get it into a far corner hoping that someone's there. I try for the cross and it goes in. What a brilliant goal, if I may say so myself, when if I remember properly, I wasn't actually aiming for the goal here. I was meant to do like a cross or something for Hayden behind me, as you can see. But I got a cheeky little goal, and that'll do. Next up, I go to the ball this time, and Hayden comes behind. I pass it back to Josh there. Well, we're going to say it was a pass. Pass it back to Josh. Hayden's there at the ball. Cheeky little hit. I go in to finish that, but I was too late with the boost, so it sadly didn't go in. I then go to cross it again, it comes off one of them. Josh then goes to finish it but misses. Josh was struggling in these couple of games to score. Sometimes we just have on and off games, so just ignore that in these couple of games. But then Hayden makes his way back and manages to hit that forward, and I then cross it in, waiting for Josh, and the defenders hit that instead, which is no problem. It's coming back up our way, so I start doing that. I try to hit it behind. As you can tell, I'm not very good at defence. Josh is in goal. Hayden gets a cheeky little hit. Hayden gets a bicycle hit there, passing it forward. I then get the boost up, but the defender blocks, sending it back into our goal. And Josh with a cheeky little save there. I didn't even notice that, so sorry about that commentary there. I did not see Josh save that. So again, Hayden's bringing it back down, and it's a cheeky little cross. Is he going to finish it? I steal it from him. That is my second goal here in the first game. So once again, the timer is counting down, and this time I rush forward along with Josh, with Hayden sticking back, which is weird. The ball gets trapped in between the two players. The defender goes for it. Josh mugs them all off, bringing it forward. Tries for the cross, a cheeky little aerial there from Josh, but then it goes back. Hayden is rushing back to hit the ball, and he ends up crossing it. Josh then hits it back, which is amazing. I reverse out of the way so Hayden can get it. The defender comes, hits it, and I go for it here. I got a clear ball. I don't ask me how I got a clear ball there, but I try pushing it forward and it goes down into their half. The defender gets it again. I then go to jump, but Josh already hits that, so I carry on going around here. The defender completely misses that. Hayden goes for it. Hayden brings it around, dribbling it around their half here, and goes to hit it again, but misses. I then go to cross it, but no one is there to finish my cross. It wasn't the best of crosses anyway. That wouldn't have gone right, I suspect, so I'm not too worried about that. It then comes back into our half here, and it has been a minute and a half of the game gone. We are 3-0 up. We're getting a bit full of ourselves here, to be honest, because the game before this, we actually lost, but I obviously don't include that. I then dribble it around here in the mug off two defenders, then go for it. Bit full of myself here, hit that, and Hayden hits it into me sadly, which would have been a good shot if I was out of that way. So you can see we were getting a bit cocky in this game. It then heads back into our half, Josh in goal, and then they go here and try to score, and Josh misses sadly. It was a hard goal to save, so all credit to Josh there for trying, but Unlucky. That came off me though. Oh god. So this time around, me and Josh kind of stayed back while we let Hayden go forward. I kind of stayed like midfield kind of way there, just so we didn't like all rush up. As you can see, no one's like kind of in our half there, which is a bad thing. We shouldn't really have done that. Hayden's hitting it forward here, and it bounces into the air. It was one of them big bouncy balls off the wall. They're then trying to cross it in for us, which actually helps. We hit each other out of the way there, which again would have been a good goal. I'm reversing for some reason. I don't know why I reversed there, but it comes off me, hits Josh, hits another player, and goes in. Sadly, that was kind of meant to be a pass with Josh, so I didn't really know what to do. But sadly, it went in. As you can see, it came off him with a big deflection and into the goal. So now the score is 3-2, and we've got a minute and 27 seconds left of the first game. Well, it looks like we've kind of got a half and half chance of winning or losing here, as they're playing quite well and we're playing quite cocky. So I hit the defender into the ball there, with Josh trying to make the finish. Sadly, it hits the post. I'm now trying to get my way back, but making my way back won't help anyway because of the defence. As you can see there, I completely missed the ball. Josh luckily comes and saves that there, and pushes it back into their half. I then go for the ball again and miss. Now this was a game, these couple of games I show you today, Josh is missing the shots and I'm missing the ball completely, but Josh has a cheeky one there and I cheekily steal that from him with my hat trick. So, moving on swiftly, we are 4-2 up with 50 seconds left on the clock. We all go to, and Hayden pushes it forward around that corner here. He then goes in for the cross, but the defender here hits it around the corner, and it looks like it's going in. The other team are heading down, thinking they can dribble it in, but Josh with the defense is amazing. Now, what happens here is actually unbelievably crazy. Hayden hits it down, mugs off the defender. I go down for the cheeky little finish, but I have no boost to do it. I then go hit the post. Josh then hits it, it bounces up and down. I then miss that again, it hits the post, and the defenders block it. Now that would have been a brilliant goal from every angle if that went in. Sadly, 17 seconds left of the game. It looks like it's going in again, and 4-3 the time it is. We have 12 seconds left to try and defend and try to win this game. So, this time, it looks like we're all going to go to, well, no, only me went to. And I then got a brilliant hit there with 8 seconds left on the clock. It's in their half, looks like we're going to win. And Josh comes and Hayden come up there. It's going back into our half, but it doesn't matter. The game is over. We have won our first game. Let's see how we got on in our second game. Skipping ahead in time a little bit here, we're onto this map that none of us play well at in and none of us really like. So this already doesn't look good. It took some guy ages to load in. This time Hayden goes back and I kind of stay back with Josh to get this kind of hit here. This would go brilliant. It would go brilliant. Well done, Ben. But the goalkeeper saved it, so they actually have a goalkeeper. I completely mess up on this little ledge thing here. I just don't understand this map. And we're moving on. I'm playing with my famous little green car. Well, it's not really famous, I just like playing with it. Hayden goes in for the cross here, and it isn't a very good cross because it hits a defender, sadly. Don't worry, Hayden. I get a bicycle hit even though I didn't even hit the ball. And Hayden, again, is trying to push away from our goal as any good player would. And the goalkeeper completely misses. Hayden misses as well, hitting the goal. Josh goes in for the aerial. We all miss. No one is in our half. The ball is heading down there up one of them little ledges. What is going to happen next? So they're going for the cross, but Hayden again intercepts right at the right moment. It bounces up into their half around the little ledge. The other team going for an aerial, and it kind of nearly crosses in for us. Hayden is staying back waiting for this ball. I hit it into our half for some weird reason or another. It looks like a brilliant cross. Josh is in goal, and they nearly try to finish with Josh's interception there, saving us from a 1-0 up. So they push it back down and no one is in goal. Josh manages to hit that from coming out. I head down but didn't see the goalkeeper there. He hits it all the way back up into our half, sadly. and they manage to take possession of the ball again. I flick it over one defender, the goalkeeper saves, they try to bring it back up, but one guy misses, and the other guy misses as well, but sadly some other guy gets it, and this aerial is just so terrible here that we don't score. No, it was no offence to you, Josh. And my defence there is absolutely appalling that I couldn't get that in. Save that, sorry, not get that. Sorry. Let's go into the next part of the game. Moving on, I go to hit the ball into the other player, which somehow bounces into our half. Hayden nearly crossing it in for the other team. Now the ball is going back into their half, but then it comes back into ours here. The other team are trying to cross it in, but not very successfully. Hayden manages to get that cheeky little defender there. The other team going for the aerial, and I managed to take it around here a bit, managed to dribble it a bit up on one of these ledges, trying to get a cross in for Josh or Hayden down there. I'm going for the cross, but it gets intercepted, bringing it back into the centre of the playing field. Hayden hits the ball here. It looks brilliant. It looks like it could be a brilliant cross for us, and it nearly is. Hayden is a good crosser. Wow, good crosser. And I then go again with my defence, and it's lucky it didn't go in there. If Josh manages to save that with a cheeky little manoeuvre I would have no idea how to do. That's one thing I need to practice, my defence. Anyone could agree to that. But the dribbling is off a bit here. The cheeky little cross, someone could go finish that. Josh hits it with the wrong part of his car. Sadly, that is not a goal for us. The other team are dribbling it back into their half. They are pushing it back up to the ledge on the far side. Josh, Hayden goes in for that. I managed to get that over. Looks like it's going in. But again, their goalkeeper is actually excellent at saving shots, and we have not been able to put in a goal yet. Josh pushes it back down, and it comes back into our half. Luckily, they're so off target, it hits over the crossbar, and it goes back for another corner here. Another cross, sorry, into there. But they again missed, luckily. So we're still 1-0 down. There's 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the clock. Josh hits it back up. This map is terrible for us to play as. Comment down below if you actually like this map, if you play Rocket League. And again, it looks like it could be another goal for them. And they miss. It hits the crossbar, hits the post, and it comes back. Oh, it was the other way around actually, I'm sorry. But I go to hit it again. I miss. Josh misses. They dribble it down. Hayden demolishes someone there. I then go in to score. They bring it back down into our half, sadly. They look like they're going to get a second goal before the timer runs out. We're still 1-0 down. This is not looking good for our team. Hayden is bringing it back down into the centre of their half, and it did look good until they did that. There's 3 of them there, all fighting over the ball. One of them the main goalkeeper. Hayden goes to get it. I get a cheeky little cross there. They nearly put it in themselves, but it comes back into our half. Everyone is rushing back down. We don't want to concede another goal before the timer runs out. Hayden is pushing it back up. I try to hit it there, but it hits the defender instead. The goalkeeper saves that from his own player, and we're trying to push, and it would have been a brilliant goal if the goalkeeper hadn't come out. So all credit to that goalkeeper there. He is a brilliant goalkeeper. Josh misses the shot there. Hayden would have got it in if I was not in the way. So sadly, we have had a 1-0 defeat in our second game. So with 2 games played today, it has not been too bad. We won the first game with a 4-3 win, and we lost the second game 1-0, sadly. We were not playing too well on that game. But that is it for today's episode. The next episode will be out very soon, so be sure to subscribe for that. I actually hope you're enjoying the Rocket League content on the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. I can fly.